Well, good midday to you, one and all. What a difference a day makes. The weather has changed. Was in the 80s, and now it's cold and snow and wind and all of that other kind of stuff that's going on. But we again are grateful to God for the privilege to be able to come and to be and to share with you on this Tuesday. This is a wonderful day, and we are grateful to God for you being here with us. Yes, Kathy, I am drinking my water and eating healthy. Um, and so we're just glad that everyone is here today. Good midday to you, Carletta. Thank you so much for being with us today. I see so many of you are coming on to be with us. Jemison, that's right. That's right. That's why I'm keeping him close so I can let it rub off on him. So, again, thank you, one and all. I see so many of you. Don't start no stuff, Cora. Okay. Linda, bless you. Minister Sarah, thank you for being here with us. And grateful Valerie, how you be? How you be? How you be? And so we are thankful to God for each and every one of you. As you can see, I got my little sidekick with me, and he's with us again. And we're grateful to God. Minister Clay, thank you so much for being here. And we are thankful for you. Lynn, Sharon, Erica, thank you. Got this little guy here with, okay, you got to hang in there, Chaplain Hearns. Bless you. Okay. Yeah, he is. He is developing his own personality. He is developing his own ways. He is becoming more independent, and he's teething, which means we are having some moments with this little guy. Okay. Uh, Misty, thank you for being here with us. But that's just the way it is. Okay. Okay. They want to know how you doing. Okay. Tell them I'm fine. Say I'm doing just fine. Okay, Minister Faye. Thank you, Sylvia Scott. Yep, he is the rock star. He is. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, yes, you are, Laverne. Thank you for being here. Tamika Doe, bless you for being here with us on today. So we got the little man today. Harrietta, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you. Okay. Nina, Sherry. So we're glad. Erica Forney, thank you so much. Okay. So this is my little sidekick here. He is precious and dear to our heart. And he comes early in the morning. Okay. Real early. But, I won't complain. I'd rather for him. See, I'd rather for him to be with me than to be someplace else. So I'm grateful to God. His grandmother and those, and um, I don't forgot his name. That's a shame. Grandmother and of course his mom do an excellent job. Derek and all of them do an excellent job, and the other grandmother as well. But he's special, and we try to keep him as close as we possibly can. All right, James, thank you so much for letting us know that everything is in order and running as it should. Ethel, Denise, okay. Ella May, dear, okay. Um, this little boy here, he just is who he is. He's overwhelmingly inquisitive. He misses nothing. It does. It takes a village. Navora, thank you for being here with us. It takes more than one person That's kind of been the problem, as we've neglected our children by letting our children raise children. And so he is here, and he's going to be here for a little while today. Good midday. Tell everybody good midday, legend. Legend. They've been waiting on you. Okay. They've been waiting on you. Yes, they have. So he's too busy trying to figure out if he wants to tear up the table or just do what legend does. Rhonda, bless you. Okay. Okay. You got a 10-year-old or a 10-month-old great grand. Lord have mercy. Okay. And yeah, you're going to talk to him. Timothy, bless you for being here with us. We're praying for the Walker family, and we're believing God. Well, let me, Ida, how are you? Thank you so much. Excuse me. I am so sorry. But waiting on my granddaughter to bring him. I have to get up early. Okay. Winnie says hello. Hey, Ayana, how are you? Thank y'all so much. I have you. He get ready to teach the lesson. In case y'all didn't know that. Okay. You have a 10-year-old grand. This is a great grand, and he is 7 months, going on 7 years. He is as grown as they come. Isn't it amazing how we live in an age where servitude and service seems to be lacking tremendously? I want us to think about this for just a moment. We live in an age and a time where everyone wants to be grandiose. Everyone wants to be all of that and then some. Carolyn, thank you for being here. Carolyn, thank you for being here with us. Okay. Legend hopes. No, I ain't got no easy questions for none of y'all. None. Not. Yeah, a few more months. He will be in charge. Lady Bowling, bless you for being here. Okay, Gaither, bless you. And so there is this individualistic mentality that has invaded not just society, but even Christendom as well, where people don't want to do anything unless they're recognized. They don't want to participate in things unless they are in charge. They want to hear their name, and they want to do all. There you go. Thank you so much. I knew you had another burp coming. And so all of these things happen. Are you getting ready to fall asleep? All of these things seem to be. Wayne, how are you? Okay. And it's so, Darlene, bless you for being here. We appreciate all of you. And the problem is, Jesus is, hey, Bobby, how are you? Hey, Gwenny, how you feeling? Jesus's definition of greatness is totally different. Pee Wee, bless you, dear. Thank you for being here. Is totally different than what we think greatness is. Um, there is a spirit. Serena, how are you? How's your new job working out? Is everything? I know your mother got a new job, but I know you also did too. Just wanted to make sure all was going well. And so, in the midst of this, what went wrong? What happened that all of a sudden there is this need to be recognized? There is this need for people to consistently talk about their accomplishments. Trinette, bless you for being here. And thank you for being here with us. Okay. And I'm trying to keep him from going to sleep. He went to sleep. Wendy, good to have you. Okay. All right, excellent. You'll be starting in. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. He Legend said good. He happy for you. And so we're going to look at something, and I do have 3 questions I got 3 questions, and I got 3 questions. And please share, please share, please share. Okay. The first question I have is, okay, are you ready for greatness? Are you ready for greatness? Because sometimes when we look at the accomplishments of other people and we see the things that other people have done, we feel that we can do it just as well. We feel that we are just as good as they are, if not more. And Marcus, how are you? Yes, the CEO. Trust me, he is in charge. Okay. Because we are so busy looking at Lavonda, bless you. We are so busy looking at what appears to be greatness or great activities or acknowledged positions in life that we may miss out on the fact that what God is looking for us to do in the avenue of greatness may not be great in the sight of other people. Isn't that right, Booger? Huh? And that's a part of the problem, because many people think that they are ready for stuff. That's right, Nancy. He's helping me teach. This is the first time that he's actually been verbal. And so, yeah, I know, Booger. I know. Yeah, you better now. And so, and in case y'all don't know this, he reigns and he rules. And that's the end of the conversation. Turn around so everybody can see you. And so, in the midst of this, what do we do? How do we deal with, are you really ready? Because to whom much is given, much is required. And while we look at what happens with other people and what other people do and how other people act or the things that they perform, what we fail to understand is that let me put it to you this way. You you if you're a thin-skinned person, if you are a person who cannot handle um, criticism, if you are a person who is easily offended, you're not ready for greatness. And so in Matthew chapter 18, we're going to look at what real greatness is. Isn't that right, little guy? Huh? Yes, we are. We're going to look at what real greatness is. And I think this is important for us to see, to recognize, and to understand. See, he's trying to get me to put him to sleep. And so Matthew chapter 18, let's look at this, because at the same time the disciples came to Jesus saying, "Who then is greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Now, you have to go back into chapter 17 for you to understand the full dynamic of what Jesus is talking about. But in the midst of this, they want to know who's the greatest, who will be the greatest, when will greatness come? Because you have to remember, there is this misconception um, that the disciples had, that Jesus's primary purpose for coming was to, here you go. Come on, Booger. Okay. As I said, he is doing his thing now. Plus he's teething, so he's agitated. And so greatness was Jesus restoring them into prominence. They wanted to be somebody, but they knew, y'all better catch this if you don't catch anything else. They knew they could not do it themselves. So they were looking for someone that they deemed or looked to be greater than them, to usher them into prominence on the coattail of a greater person. Oh my God, I wish I had somebody that understood what I was saying. And so, because a lot of times we try to associate with what we consider greatness to be. Yes, we do. Mwah. That's what we do. We try to associate with what we consider greatness to be, whereby we become great by association. And so Jesus messes them up because the truth of the matter is, Jesus. Now, in case y'all wonder what happened, this is what he does. He can get real, real loud. Okay, but that's my boy. Yes, it is. Here you go. Here, 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 booger. And so that's when they ask the question, well, who is going to be great? Who's going to be great? Because we're hanging around you, and yeah, he is practicing. He's working on his preaching. And so in the midst of this, we see clearly, but this is where Jesus turns the table on them, okay? Because many times we really don't, yeah, he's sleepy. He's sleepy. Many times we want something, but when it comes to the kingdom of God, what the kingdom requires may not be what you expect greatness to be. And I gotta deal with that for just a second, due to the fact that a lot of times we misnomer or we make mistakes about what greatness is because of what we see other people do. And I know I'm being redundant, but Jesus is saying, and I think this is so important for us to know, to see, and to recognize, is that if you want to be great, there has to be a shift in your mentality. It has to be a shift in your thinking. It has to be a change that comes over you in order for you to be or position yourself in the place where Jesus can use you and elevate you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because too many people want self elevation, and they don't realize unless the Lord elevates you, any platform that you prepare for yourself will ultimately destroy you. Okay, y'all give me just a second. I know what I need to do. Okay. And so that's what we've got to see. That's what we have to understand. And that's what we have to recognize. So, guess what Jesus does? Jesus does something that the disciples did not expect. Can I ask y'all a question? Have you ever had a moment when you thought you had figured Jesus out? Okay. Okay, Nancy. I pray all is well. You go ahead and let the nurse do what they need to do. We're praying for your recovery. I want you to think about this, and I need us to think about this. They are looking for Jesus to come on the white steed and take over the kingdom and do this, that, and the other. But in verse 2, then Jesus calls a little child to him and sets him in the midst of them and says, assuredly, I say to you, unless you are converted and become as little children, you will not, you will by no means enter the kingdom of God. Now you gotta look at this here, independent boy. You gotta look at this for what it is. Okay, no more. All right. And in the okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Now you gotta make up your mind, booger. You can't. Okay. All right. We having a moment. Okay. And so in the midst of this, here's what we've got to see, understand, and recognize. If you want to be great, there has to be a transformation. Okay. Because many of us honestly don't know what greatness is. Now, if you don't know this, the little boy reaching for the bottle because he wants to feed himself. Okay. And so Jesus takes a child, the very thing they never would have expected. He takes a child, places the child in the midst of them, and says, unless you have been converted. Now, let's talk about a child. A child is trusting, a child knows and depends on humans for everything they have, a child is very dependent. A child um, understands that you should be the person or persons that they can rely on to feed, to clothe, to change, to do everything that is needed because they cannot do it for themselves. A child has a humble spirit. And because of the humble spirit of the child, can I tell y'all something else? A child is teachable. What causes children to learn? They learn through observance. They learn through exposure. They learn through environments. And so while you don't think the child is learning, the child is a sponge, Renee, that is pulling in information at an unbelievable level and an unbelievable magnitude. So the key is Jesus wants to know, will you be a sponge? Will you be trainable? Will you be attainable? Will you be humble? Will you and are you willing to change your character for the sake of the kingdom? Oh, can I get you to put that in the chat? Are you willing to change your character for the sake of the kingdom? Are you willing to change your character for the sake of the kingdom? Because everything can't function in the kingdom. Selfishness can't function in the kingdom. Self-aggrandizement can't function in the kingdom. Being seen can't function in the kingdom. Wanting to be all of that and then some, and wanting people to acknowledge you every time you come in is not acceptable in the kingdom. You got to be willing. I still pick up paper off the floor in the church. I still clean toilets. I still sweep. I still cut. I wish I had to, because see, too many people believe that some things are beyond them because they've excelled to a level of grandiose participation. And in the midst of all that's going on, in the midst of everything that's being said, everybody's got to wait on me, and I'm not waiting on nobody. He says, because, can I go a little bit further? Okay. Because do you understand? And this is the third question. Do you understand that greatness represents someone other than you? Look at what it says. Look at verse 4. Therefore, whoever humbles himself as a little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever receives one little child like this in my name receives me. Now you got to catch this if you don't catch anything else. Because when a child has humbled themselves, when a child has said, I'm dependent on you, and God says through Christ that if you recognize that everything you are, you're dependent on him. Everything that you shall become is your dependence on him. Everything that you will accomplish is your dependence upon him. When he says that you have converted yourself and changed yourself and humbled yourself, and not be all of that and be all stuck up and think can't nobody and your mess don't stink and all of that kind of stuff. I wish I had 5 people. I wish I had 5 people that understood this clearly. I know you sleepy booger bear. But the point that has to be seen, the point that has to be understood, the point that has to be recognized is if you want to do something great for God, you got to learn how to humble yourself. If you want God to place you in positions of authority, place you in positions where people are subjugated to you, you've got to humble yourself. If you want God to open doors for you and make ways for you and all of these things, you've got to humble yourself. He says, because when you do that and you humble yourself and you be as a child, you represent me. You represent who I am. You represent my kingdom. You represent my heart. You represent what I intend for humanity to be. I wish I had 5 people that caught what I said. You've got to humble yourself. You've got to tell yourself, I'm not going to be all of this, because whatever I am, can I say this again? Whatever I am, whatever I will be is simply by the grace of God. Put that in the chat if you don't mind. I am what I am by the grace of God. It's not because I'm so great. It's not because I'm so educated. It's not because I'm so influential. God opened doors that my degrees can't. God opened doors that my intellect can't. God did these things for me. He'll do it for you. But in order for him to do it, you got to learn how to humble yourself. When you humble yourself before the mighty hand of God, he will exalt you in due season. I got to go. I got to go. I done went too long as it is. I should have been out of here a while ago. Listen, love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I wanted to share this. The homegoing celebration for Elder Joyce Bowdry is Saturday. Calling hours 10 to 11. The celebration of life is at 11 o'clock. And they are asking that you come in white. They don't want anything black to be worn. I mean, if that's all you have, that's all you have. But they want white, and they want life, not life giving, but colors that reflect life, vibrancy, and all of that. So here, I got to go. I wanted to do that. The robocall is going out. Okay. And in the midst of it all, keep those families lifted in prayer. Boundary family, the Wilson family, and the Turnage family. Keep all of them. That's right. That's right. Okay. Bishop, my friend, bless you for being here with us. Continually do what God has called you to do. And we are praying for your success. One church in two locations by the grace of God. I got to go because this little boy is sleepy, and I'm going to let him sleep. Okay. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.